Okay, Jonathan Fibonojji. I know. You're like, you are so lion. No, I love lions, dude. Jesus is lion. I mean, like, King of Judah. All right, here you go. All right, I gotta brag a little bit. I know, you're like, seriously, you are so awesome, Fibonojji. You should be in Vegas. I know. This YouTube station's blowing the fuck up. I got a question for you. Do you like to day trade? I know. Got to talk about money, mammon, and trading. Now, here's the thing about trading. You know, like, I got to give some props. Here you go, Ariel Speedwagon. Boom, look at that. It's like, is that fucking like, oh my goodness, that's Einstein? Wait, is that Jonathan Fibonojji? He's awesome. Or maybe I should, I don't know. What do you want to do? Let's go to Lady Antebellum. What do you think about this? A little hard left. Get a little holla. Okay, we're going to talk about trading, day trading. You know, the poker people who like Texas Hold'em, you know. What's in your wallet? There you go, Capital One. Jennifer Gardner, beautiful woman. So here you go. I know you want day trading advice. That's why you clicked on this fucking video. You're like, seriously? You are awesome, Jonathan? How in the fuck? Okay, so here you go. I'm gonna talk to you about day trading. Did you know, see what I did there? Did you know Jesus is king? And the love of money will probably send you to hell. But day trading is really fun. Okay, there's traders and okay, maybe it's a gambling addiction. I don't know. Check it out. Jonathan Fibonojji teaches you how to day trade. You're like, Jonathan, you're awesome videos and you probably should be a photographer or maybe a comic with Britney Spears, but we like you as Fibonojji because you teach us how to make money. Okay, really, I'm a really good day trader. The only thing this fear is flat earth people. I want to show you something. 20 years of experience. Check it out. Look at this. I know, check it out. Look at my most popular, here I am, Jonathan Fibonojji. My most popular video is me teaching people how to day trade. Did you know that? Now, like I said, you know, the poker people, I don't know, the poker people, you're like, what? That's Lady Antebellum. That's not poker people. Okay, well, seriously, we'll talk about Lady Antebellum in just a second, but poker people, like people who like Texas Hold'em, they could go to Vegas and hang out with other people who love Texas Hold'em. But day traders, we're kind of like a weird group of people. We're kind of like stealthy. We study the markets and we take pictures of patterns and boom. And then, you know, I've been a day trader for over 20 years. I am one of those guys. I know this sounds very, you're like, don't brag. But I started studying the markets with my granddad. Leonard Barton Russell, Duncan, Oklahoma. Here's my little quick day trading story of how I became a day trader. Jonathan Fibonojji. Email me, americana417@gmail.com, and I'll teach you how to day trade. You only need about $40,000 to $50,000, which is why a lot of people focus on penny stocks and how that's really not a good way to go. And if you're still using the words momentum investor, please do not invest money. You know, I'm 25 years into this. I'm 42 years old. I've learned a few things about the market. And yes, I had my Oprah moment in Durango. There you go. Jonathan Fibonojji. Boom. So if you remember, this channel started where I was teaching people how to day trade. Look at that. 24,000 views. And then, of course, I teach the Enneagram, which is kind of a personality profile. It'll change your life. And then I love drummers. And then, you know, we all used to date. And then, of course, you know, single people giving advice. If you can't teach, right? And then my most popular video comedy-wise that I'm most proud of is Pauly Shore Gets Punched and the Mitzi Shore story and why Mitzi Shore is one of the best Jews of all time. And I'm probably going to do a documentary, The Best Jews of All Time. And Mitzi Shore, Polly Shore's mother, who began or started or nurtured the Comedy Store, the legendary Comedy Store in Los Angeles. Mitzi Shore, love her. And then how now, it's just Jews and actors. And, there are good Jews and there are bad Jews. But what's wrong with comedy is there's too many actors and there's not enough comics. And of course, I'm talking about personality stuff. And then Star Wars, and then Texas 2503, and then how to day trade for a living. 834 views. And this channel started with me teaching myself, really, how to day trade. And whenever I saw the market do something really interesting, I kind of made a video about it. And my experience with day trading, 25 years, I settled on Elliott wave, and specifically the 5C wave. The 5C wave. And all you have to do is email me and just ask for the Oprah picture. And I went to Durango, Colorado, and kind of locked myself into a cabin, if you will, and then boom, and then busted. And everybody who's a really good day trader has busted. Then I went to Los Angeles, fell in love with photography and black and white photography and traveling and blah. You're like, we know this story, Jonathan. Is it Spears? Is it Fibonojji? Are you Brittany's sister? Boom. So let the transformation begin if you're a day trader. Let me show you what took me 25 years. I can't believe I'm showing it to you. Here you go. Boom, right here. I know, you're like, that's so unappealing. That's not even really. Okay, that is the 5C wave. That is that's money right there. The 5C wave, Elliott wave. And that's a 5-minute chart. And if you don't know what a 5-minute chart is, don't day trade. Because I was trading the market off 5-minute increments of the market. And how each little candle, this is a Japanese candlestick. And if you go back to my earlier videos, this is the 5C wave, a complete 5C wave. Holla, boom, boom, holla. There you go. 25 years experience, Jonathan Fibonojji. And how I learned to day trade. And then, of course, I busted because I got lazy. I didn't follow my own rules. I went skiing out there in Purgatory. The one day, I finally went from like 39 to 40, and then I went to Purgatory ski resort out there in Durango. I left a position uncovered, and then out there they didn't have Wi-Fi, and I couldn't really trade it effectively. I was on skis. I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I let it go, and then boom, I caught the 5C wave. And then I was long, and when I should have been short, I just didn't follow my rules. My rule was you never leave a position uncovered, but I went skiing, and then boom. Busted. But there it is, 5C wave, and how the Elliott wave, and then there's a really good documentary about John Paul Jones, and I'll intermingle some of that documentary on why the Elliott wave is a really good pattern or strategy if you're day trading, and it looks like that, and shorting and going long. And so I wanted to remind you guys, boom, if you want to learn to day trade, 40, 50,000 bucks. That's kind of all you need. Now, if you're just beginning, remember you're going to lose money. So the first 20,000 you're probably going to lose. But I'm 42, so I've gone through all those processes. I've gone through trading with 10,000 and busting. I've gone through trading with 25. I've even gone through the Durango phase. Have you gone through the Durango phase where you actually make it your living? Where you actually really put in the time? And I was trading full time. I couldn't do anything else except day trade. And it was a very interesting, wonderful time. All I did for 8 months in Durango, Colorado was day trade and focus on the market and learning Elliott wave. And then 20 years experience, I finally learned how to day trade. And I got down to about $10,000 in my account, and I started rolling my rent on 10,000 bucks, which meant I had 10,000, and anytime I needed to make 1,000, boom, I covered my rent twice. And then, and then there are some thresholds, and there's some just logistics with day trading that we'll talk about if you want to learn to day trade. Like the first line of poverty is 25,000, which means if you're day trading with less than 25,000, you have a thing called margin calls, and learning how to trade around margin calls with less than 25 is harder than trading with, say, 30. And there's reasons for that. But what does it look like? Well, that's some beautiful photography. I now live in San Francisco. I would love to teach you how to day trade, but we'll talk about Elliott Wave, and we'll talk about this. In fact, I may get this tattooed on, I don't know, my chest. Well, that belongs to Jesus, but you know, I love to day trade. And if you like to learn to day trade, you want 25 years of experience, I would love to teach you the Elliott Wave, 5C wave, and it looks just like that, and learning how to trade the market on 5-minute increments. And what does it take? What does your studio look like if you're day trading? In fact, let me just say this. If you hired me to be your day trader and I walked into your office, I could tell by your office whether you would be successful or not. Because a day trader's office looks a lot like, like a radiologist's office or somebody studying the MRI. It's silent and quiet until the market closes. And how if you're an experienced day trader, maybe you're running a hedge fund, if you're keeping overnight positions, there's no human being alive better than Jonathan Spears' Fibonojji, me, to watch your overnight positions to make sure that you are making the right decisions once the market closes. Here's a little bit of success. I was making $3,000 a day, and then I would lose $2,000 a day, and then I would be up $4,000 and then $5,000, and then and if you'd like me to show you pictures of profitable days, making $3,000 and $4,000 and sometimes $9,000 a day, that's pretty addictive money. And then, like I said, I didn't follow my own rules. And there's a reason why whenever you're in a big airplane, you have a pilot and a co-pilot. Because sometimes when you're trading big money, that's a relative term. For some people, big money is anything north of $1 million. For some people, trading 40,000 is big money. But you want experience and you want a strategy. Let me introduce to you Elliott Wave. Email me at americano417@gmail.com. I could even do some remote stuff. Most importantly, be a kind person. Learning to day trade is fun. Again, we're sort of our own, it's hard to find successful day traders. The Vegas people who are involved in poker, they can go to Vegas anytime and be surrounded by 15 people. But day traders, it's hard to even get 5 people in a room. So if you're a day trader, you would like to do some on-sites in Durango, learn to ski, get a community, a Fibonacci's, holla, email me at Americano, just like a coffee, 417@gmail.com. Until then, I'm going to work on my comedy career. Beautiful Robin Williams. You know what music is? God's little reminder that there's something else besides us in the universe. Harmonic connection between all living beings, everywhere, even the stars. And how Elliott Wave, a theory developed in the 30s, is just as relevant on a 4 or 5 minute candlestick basis. And that's amazing to me. And how Fibonacci math and how there is an intelligent being, I like to call Jesus, there's an intelligent being, and how eventually this conversation with trading will become political, because now there's a big push to move humans out of the market and to replace humans with machines and the flash crash. And we need to really be cognizant as a people about machines handling our systems, our economic systems. And what is an EFT? And how we really still do not know how the EFT system works. And we'll talk more about that in detail, because again, trading is fun. And I want to help a lot of people learn how to trade. I might even sell some of my photography. But at the end of the day, I want to go to heaven. And the love of money is different than the love of trading, the skill set. I mean, I love to ski. And then there's things I love, and then there's ultimately what I really love is I love Jesus. I love God. And how the love of mammon is unhealthy, and how selfishness will actually make you a worse trader. And that's hard to believe, because we like to applaud selfishness. But greed will hurt you in the market. Email me, americano417@gmail.com. And until then, watch my video. You guys be good. Close out with some beautiful music. Lady Annabelle. Man, just something about country music I love. You guys have a good day. Email me, americano417@gmail.com. Tell me your day trading story. There you go. And again, you only need about 40, 50,000 bucks. I can personally trade off 25, but I'm an experienced trader. However, when you start, you're going to lose a little bit. So So no matter what your skill level is, learn Elliott wave and focus on the 5C wave. You guys be good.